Yo, what is up all and welcome, it's InfernoKun back with some more of The Last of Us Part 2. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe during these times as we gear towards The Last of Us Part 2. Today we're talking about the inside of the world of Last of Us 2 dev doc that released yesterday, as well as a CGI TV spot trailer, which does look incredible. Let's first start with the CGI trailer. All I gotta say is it looks really amazing. You know, of course, it kind of captures The Last of Us Part 2 from what we've seen, the intensity of it, the running around, trying to escape from clickers, runners, everything else, and even running into some human enemies, things like that, just full-on brutality, all that kind of stuff and everything. We get to see some Ellie, of course, and Dina, which does looks pretty awesome, and of course, the computer generated imagery does look really awesome, but only the game could look this good. We'll get there one day, but it is a nice watch and it does convey the accuracy of how The Last of Us will kind of play out with the intensity, running around, escaping people, all of the infected, going back into some people, and all kind of stuff, hiding from them does look pretty awesome. So this is a pretty great looking and great to watch TV spot, or a little CGI trailer. Moving on to the inside of the world, inside the world of Last of Us Part 2, we got a little bit more gameplay type stuff in it, and we have some more of the ideology about the game and the world, how expansive it is. Of course, we've seen that in the inside the details, and even how some things really just shape how the world are, how big it is, and how detailed it is, kind of plays into how the world is shaped in The Last of Us Part 2. Level design is something that I really love. That's how the levels play out, how the where you can vault things, where you can hide, things like that, where trucks can lay out, where you can go ahead and lie under trucks, things like that. How are the levels designed? And they do mention that in this little dev doc. Okay, so hopefully with how the levels are laid out, it provides a challenging yet fun experience, and they really put a lot of time into developing these levels, how they lay out to make it enjoyable. Moving on, they mention a lot about Jackson in this, Jackson in Wyoming. Okay, so that's the community that Ellie is in with Dina and all her friends, how happy it is, how joyful and awesome it is, while beyond the walls outside of Jackson is just a nightmare, to be exact, I guess. But they do mention about how great it is there, but of course it is short-lived because something happens, of course, at Jackson that we'll see in the game. But I think it's really awesome to go ahead and talk about Jackson a little bit, even though it is, kind of hinted that it will, something will happen, whatever. But I think it's really cool. Now, there are some concept art pieces they added throughout this little video. And one that I found interesting was the concept art of inside of Jackson. You can see it's a very big community. Lots of horses, lots of people there. They're doing jobs, shoveling snow, hunting rabbits, things like that. People in the lookout towers, smoke's going off. It's a thriving community. Food's being made over on the right there. But detail I saw in the top right corner is, of course, what looks like the Firefly's logo, which is definitely really interesting to me. Of course, Last of Us Part 1, you left off on, of course, Marlene in one of the Firefly's compounds. And of course, that was very important because, Marlene, of course, being the leader, and of course, it being implied that, of course, Joel killed Marlene. You would think the Fireflies would no longer be around. And that is very interesting to see a logo placed on this concept art in Jackson. We have not seen actual in-game, footage of like this logo or anything, so it could have changed. It could have been a concept, okay, a concept in this concept art. It could be changed now. It could be something that was like nothing at all, but it's interesting to see a Fireflies logo in Jackson. What could the Fireflies be kind of like reborn into like this new faction that is now in Jackson, and now Ellie is there as well, and Joel maybe as well. Is he okay with this? Maybe he kind of just brought back the Fireflies to be his own because of what he thought they were doing was kind of a bit wrongish maybe, and kind of wanted to go ahead and make them better in this Jackson community. I have no clue, but it is interesting to see the logo there which is definitely really interesting. So what do you guys think about some of this interesting details about The Last of Us Part 2? Rest of it is just some interesting concept art of things we already saw. One of Ellie going through this, fenced off area, her out in the open, her going to the WLF little stronghold there, and then this one's really interesting. The snowy infected looks very awesome, and then her in the snowy area concept art looks very pretty. All this looks very pretty. So thank you all for watching this little video talking about some of the inside of the game details and the CGI trailer. The inside of the world definitely looks expansive, very awesome, very detailed, and it all comes together once you piece together all they said about the people, the enemies having names and their dogs having names, and the infected. They even mentioned how the runners will kind of come in hordes now, which is definitely interesting to see. To fight them off is an option, but it may be too much, so you have to go ahead and run away, which is definitely going to be pretty awesome. Imagine running away from lots of runners, and that's pretty cool. And got to see some channelers in action. They're a lot faster than I thought they would be. They're a lot faster, okay? So that's definitely kind of scary that they come after you so fast and they are so dangerous. So we'll see more about that in the game. Thank you all for watching once again. I'll finally stop right here and say thank you all. If you have enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit me a thumbs up and subscribe for more The Last of Us Part 2 content on the channel. I'm InfernoKun, and I'll catch you guys next time on The Last of Us Part 2.